All right, guys. Today we are going to be completing lesson 4 in booklet 4, that is discount and tax. In this lesson, we're just combining our previous knowledge on how to reduce a price because of discount and then how to increase the final price because of tax, which, as a reminder, is an extra 13% more of the final bill. Now, it is important to know that the discount is going to happen first when we're calculating. So let's take a look at example 1. Calculate the final price of a shirt that costs $45 with a 20% discount. The first thing that we're going to do is we are going to calculate the discount, that is steps 1 to 4. And the second thing that we will do is calculate the tax. That is steps 5 to 8. Now, $45 with a 20% discount, the first thing that we need to do is turn 20% into a decimal. After dividing by 100, that becomes 0.2. So, 20% of $45 is going to give us $9. Make sure that you're double checking that with your calculator. So $9 is the amount of money that I'm saving because of the discount. I make sure to take my original amount, $45, subtract $9 off, and what I get is my price after discount, which is $36. We talked about that in a previous lesson, how to calculate the price after discount. Now that's great, but the final price of this item, this shirt, includes tax. So we're going to take this $36 and we're going to increase it by 13%. As we've already discussed, 13% is the same as 0.13. And then we're going to take that 13% as a decimal, multiply it by our price after discount, $36. What we get is $4.68. So this is our additional money that we're paying on top of the $36. So I'm going to take the $36. I'm going to add on the $4.68. And what I have is a final bill of $40.68. Write the final number down here, $40.68. That includes both tax as well as the discount. All right, take a minute, attempt example 2 on your own, and then make sure that your answer matches mine. We're calculating the final price of a lamp that costs $28.50 with a 35% discount. A reminder that steps 1 to 4 is going to be the discount, which we will calculate first. And then step 5 to 8 is going to be the tax, which we calculate afterwards. So, step 1, if I want to work with this 35%, I need to do so as a decimal. That decimal is 0.35. I take 0.35, multiply it by the original amount of $28.50, and what I get is 9.975. That is the amount of money that I am saving. Now, we remember that money needs to be rounded to the nearest cent. So I take the 7 and using the 5, I round that up to $9.98 that I'm saving. So I take my original price of $28.50, subtract off the $9.98, and what I get is the price after discount, which is $18.52. So the price of this lamp after our discount is $18.52. Now we need to add the 13% tax on top of that. So instead of using 13, we're going to use the decimal form 0.13, and we're going to multiply 0.13 by the price after discount, which is $18.52. That gives us 2.4076. As this is money, we make sure to round to the nearest cent. That 7 tells the 0 to round up, leaving us with $2.41, which is the amount of money that we are adding on. So let's do that. Take the $18.52, add on $2.41, and we get a final price of $20.93. All right. Now, just because there are 9 steps doesn't mean you need to take each one as its own line. You can summarize a lot of these steps and simplify your answer. Let's take a look at the worksheet, and I'm actually going to take you through example 1 on the worksheet just to show you how you can simplify your solution. So we're going to calculate the final price of a video game that costs $55 with a 25% discount. First thing that I'm going to do is 0.25 times 55. All right, let me just grab a calculator real quick. You no longer need to show that 25% divided by 100 is 0.25. You can just write that down. I assume that you're capable of doing so. So this is going to save us $13.75. So 55 minus 13.75 is equal to $41.25. Great, that is our discount. Now let's calculate our tax. Remember, a shortcut to calculate the final price after tax is instead of multiplying it by 13%, we multiply it by 113%. That gives us 100% of the bill plus an extra 13%. We no longer need to add it on when we're using this method. So we take 1.13 times it by 41.25, and we get the final price of $46.6125. Making sure that we're rounding properly to the nearest cent, that gives us a final bill of $46.61. So even though technically we're taking 8 steps to calculate the price after discount and tax, you can see here that we can simplify it to around 3 or 4 lines and still get the correct answer. Make sure to let me know if you have any questions and complete the rest of this worksheet.